Hi, welcome to my podcast. Today I'm going to be talking about two different representations of the serpent in art. The first piece that we're going to be discussing is a terracotta sculpture of the Egyptian goddess Isis from the 2nd century AD. The sculpture is currently on display at the Los Angeles County Museum of Art and features a depiction of Isis with the lower half of a serpent. This is interesting to note because in most depictions, Isis is shown with the head of a cat. In Egyptian mythology, Isis is the daughter of Geb, god of the earth, and Nut, goddess of the sky. Her husband and brother Osiris is also an important figure in Egyptian mythology. Isis was said to be the most powerful magician in the universe because she had learned the secret name of Ra, god of the sun. After her brother Set killed Osiris, Isis was powerful enough to bring him back to life for one night. As I said earlier, the sculpture is interesting considering that Isis is typically represented with the head of a cat. In Egyptian culture, snakes and other serpents were worshipped. The cobra especially was worshipped because it was associated with the god Ra and goddess Wadjet. When they were associated with Wadjet, serpents usually represented fierce protection due to the fact that Wadjet was the protector of Upper Egypt. Taking this into account, we can form a hypothesis about why Isis was represented with the serpent's tail. Not only did Isis act as her husband's protector against the god Set, she also had a son named Horus, whose son she protected during infancy. It is my belief that this sculpture depicts Isis with the tail of a serpent in order to portray her as a fierce protector and powerful deity. Now, the second piece of art that we are going to be discussing is the drawing titled Satan Exulting Over Eve. Now, this piece was drawn in 1795 by an English poet and painter named William Blake. Blake is known for his religious pieces, many of which include depictions of the serpent. One of his most famous drawings, titled The Great Red Dragon, plays a key role in the first book of Thomas Harris's Hannibal Lecter series. In this piece, Blake drew a snake surrounding the body of Eve as a winged Satan flew above her. This is a clear reference to the Christian sacred myth of the serpent tempting Eve. In Christianity, the serpent represents evil because the devil disguised himself as a serpent when he tricked Eve into eating the forbidden fruit. This depiction of the serpent makes sense because the serpent is shown surrounding Eve, which reflects the idea that the serpent was in control and manipulated her into eating the forbidden fruit. When we analyze these pieces together, it becomes interesting because we can see the similarities and differences between ancient Egyptian mythology and the sacred Christian myths. In Egyptian mythology, the serpent is an animal to be worshipped because it is a protector. In Christianity, the serpent is representative of the devil and is evil. Both mythologies place great importance on the serpents, but they differ in the role that snakes play. Well, thanks for listening.